Hey there, how's it going? Okay, I hope you guys are big pinball fans because today I'm going to be reviewing a little bit of an oddball. It combines the aspects of a platforming game with, you guessed it, pinball. And this weird little title is called Yoku's Island Express. Not since the days of Sega Genesis and the infamous Sonic Spinball has anybody attempted to create anything quite like this, and after playing Yoku's Island Express, it's hard to imagine why. This game manages to single-handedly resurrect a dead gaming genre, and I for one wouldn't be surprised if, because of this game, we see some more pinball adventure games pop up on the horizon. Anyway, let's get started.
In Yoku's Island Express, you take the role of a beetle who happens to be a mailman. You're tasked with delivering various packages and letters around the island, which is a strangely brilliant but weird setup, I know. Eventually you run into NPCs that have you run errands for them all across a somewhat open pinball world. At its heart, Yoku is a platforming game where you do all the normal platforming stuff, like collect coins, which in this case happens to be grapefruits, stars, and bananas, and also other items in order to unlock doors and progress onward. However, the gimmick here is that there's no jump button to be found. None at all. Instead, in its stead, the entire world is filled with pinball-style flippers, bumpers, and whatever you call those metal bridge things that carry the balls around. Yoku's Island Express features a very cute, almost childlike aesthetic, which is quite nice to find outside of a first-party Nintendo game for once. It's been a while. And speaking of Nintendo, this game is available on the Switch, although I did my entire playthrough on the computer. However, I can confidently say that a game like this, with such a simple control scheme and easy pick it up, put it down, casual nature, this game is a total fit for a handheld device like the Switch. The gameplay. The vast majority of the game involves you making very specific and often difficult pinball shots in order to collect gems, destroy rocks, or complete some other menial task. Doing so lets you unlock the next mini pinball table or arena on the map. Thankfully, however, things like rope swinging, swimming, and the occasional boss fight are also available to shake things up and prevent any portion of the game from feeling stale. Okay, if I had two complaints about Yoku's Island Express, it's that there could be a lot of boring backtracking on what's a rather large world map. And although the game makes an extra effort to incorporate a fast travel system called the Beeline, it's really only useful for return visits to an area, and not progression itself. Too often I found myself unsure of just where to go to meet the next objective, and I'd get lost trying to find it, thus forcing me to repeat a lot of the maps. Secondly, the game just never feels enough like a real pinball table to me. You know, this can be quite problematic, only because the game has just enough pinball mechanics to make you really crave a game of Zen Pinball or another franchise like it. But I must digress slightly on this point, because Yoku's Island held my interest for a much longer period than any traditional pinball game ever would or could. However, it would have been a super nice bonus if there was like a legit unlockable pinball table after finishing the main story. And it just seems like such a missed opportunity here that probably wouldn't have taken too much work. Positive and negatives. Positive. Unique premise. This is a pretty rare genre, pinball platforming. You don't see it very often. Positive. Cute cartoony graphics. Positive. Fun boss fights. These were some of the highlights of the game. Positive. Generous optional content. When I finished the game, I was only at 70% completion, so technically there was a whole nother 30% that was completely optional. Negative. Lots of backtracking. Negative. No bonus traditional pinball game. This just seems like a huge oversight on their part. Yoku's Island Express combines two genres in a way that feels completely natural. Solving puzzles armed with nothing but a pair of flippers feels very fresh, and when combined with light-hearted whimsical graphics and a cute soundtrack, you have a recipe for success. However, backtracking around the large map can sometimes feel like a bit of a chore, and the choice not to include an unlockable traditional pinball minigame feels like a huge missed opportunity. That's why I'm giving this game a final score of 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching.